What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to the JSano Fan Server. And woohoo! I am over and I am done with my exams, so I am absolutely ecstatic today. And I'm just happy that it's all done. I don't have to worry about exams anymore. I now literally have 4 months off vacation, which is awesome. I no longer have to study. And I can finally focus on a few little projects and a few extra little things that I want to do now, and not have uni get in the way. So I've already been playing for a little bit, and I want to kind of show you guys what I've been doing. Today is actually Wednesday the 12th. I'm recording this little segment because I need to get a tiny bit ahead of myself just for what I want to accomplish this episode. So I am recording this a bit early in the week. So I did finish my exams today, but when you guys see this will be Monday, because we'll be going back to our usual 3 videos a week after our small, kind of like temporary or like restricted hiatus sort of thing. So as you can see, there's something different. This is our tunnel area. And you can instantly see brick wall, and you're probably wondering, what the hell have I done? Well, I've done a few little extra things that I needed to do. Only, what is it, 2? No, 3. I've done 3 things that I need to do. So down here is the entranceway to the Nether hub and spawn. So I've got some sort of fancy little doorway. This is the normal tunnel that we had down here. Unfortunately, it jutted out a tiny bit because of how wide it is. So it jutted out to here. So it kind of made it wide enough so you can get a horse pass and just kind of make it a bit more nicer. We've got a staircase here, a spiral staircase. I'm not 100% sure. All spiral staircases that I did in the hub, I think this is the only one though. All the others got deleted. Because that was part of the old system, but that I built. But this center column, I'm not 100% of a fan of, because I don't know, I feel like I should put the glowstone or like torches on these blocks, like every second block from the middle, from like the top. I don't know, it's like kind of like middle. So you have like 1, 2, 3, although it's like technically 3.5, and put like a drop pod here to like a slime block or something, because it is a bit annoying to wind up this. It takes about 8 to 10 seconds to wind up, so it's not too bad, but I think some people might like a quicker drop. So yeah, it's not fast, but it's not slow either. Like, it's only 8 to 10 seconds. It hardly takes any time to do so. The big thing, there's actually 2 other big things that I've done. As you can tell, like, the fact that I put that wall in there and that staircase means that the portal is now finally up here. I've got all 4 portals set up. They've got the slabs on there. No, I haven't continued the walls or anything around it, because obviously I wanted to start recording before I do any of that sort of stuff. So the portals are in their final location, so people, when you actually go through this does take you to spawn, and so the only thing I need to do is put a few signs, like on each, like probably like here or something, or maybe like here, or I don't know, like maybe like floating signs, just so it's at eye level when you exit through the portal, because I think it takes you to the blue side normally, but you do have a chance, I think, of going through the other 2 or 3, sorry, just to let people know, like, when they do come through here, that to access old tunnels that they have. And why can't I eat? I'm lagging behind, or I'm gonna get kicked. Oh wait, no, there we go. So I think I'm back. I don't know. Server's acting weird. Probably needs a reboot. Probably should do that. But yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, I need to put signs in just to let people know, like, if they want to access the old tunnels, to use the spiral staircase below the portal for the old tunnels, or to get to the Nether, because that's how you're going to get to the Nether. You can also see that I've put in some iron fences along here just to keep it a bit secure, so you can't just walk off, you kind of have to jump off, so just makes it a bit easier so you don't take unnecessary damage, especially if you're riding a horse and the horse decides to derp off the edge. It doesn't take damage or anything like that. It's pretty secure. And the other big thing that I did, which what the was that? Did he fall, or was that like a teleporting? That I don't know. I need to relook at the footage. For some reason, I swear I just saw like a pigman teleport over here and take damage, like it's like an Enderman, but it wasn't. All right, whatever. I'm imagining things. I'm delirious. The other big thing I did was fill in the corners that I said I needed to do, which took absolutely forever to do. Ever since I recorded on, when did I record the last episode? When I finished it off on Monday, I think. Yeah. I think I finished it off on Monday. I can't remember when I finished it off. I know, it's like, if it was Monday, it's only been like 2 days, but I still can't remember. too much studying, that's why. But yeah, in between then, it took me probably about 30 minutes per corner to like fill in from here to here, so it's like 2 hours work, which isn't too bad, actually, when you think about it overall. But yeah, I kind of just spaced it out over the 2 days, and filled in all that, which is awesome. because now we can actually plan to do the floor, and that's what I want to focus on today. I want to try and get, I don't know if I can get all of it done. I'm going to try and get as much as I can done today of getting the floor laid out and getting maybe, don't know if I have enough quartz to do it, but as you guys can see how this has like a quartz trim that goes in front of the portals. That's also the same up top. So I don't know how many stacks of stairs I have. I know I have about 7 stacks of quartz blocks, which I'm probably going to turn 6 of them into 4 stacks of like quartz stairs, but I don't know if that's enough. Hopefully it is. I think it is. As long as it takes a stack per side, which I don't think so it does. I think it takes a bit more. We might be able to get the majority of it done. Still have a move Matthew Muse staircase. I'm not going to really worry about it until later on when I'm a bit higher up. So yeah. So the sorry, I don't have a drink of water with me. Sorry. So the big things that I want to get today done is the floor, as I stated, and try and get the outside edges planned out and kind of go from there. There's also the tiny bit left in these corners for down here that link up to these little things. When I get the floor laid out, I can actually start possibly planning those, but I don't know if I want to do them this episode or get them done next episode. I have to decide. Depends on how long it takes me to go through the floor. There is a lot of wood to go through, so I don't even know if I have enough to do all that. So that's why I'm kind of recording this on Wednesday, because it kind of gives me till Monday to get all this done and nicely sorted for you guys. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little cutaway here, and probably see you guys in a few days, I guess. I don't know. It depends on how quickly I can get the floor done in here. And I might even touch the center a tiny bit, maybe, just to get it capped off over the portal, to get the portal a bit more protected, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to cut away here, guys, do a bit of work, and I will see you guys in a second. Okie dokie, guys, welcome back. Okay, so a little thing has changed. Only a teeny tiny little thing compared to what I said the last time I recorded for you guys, which was the previous little segment that you guys watched. I decided to continue on with a tiny bit of the build, just because I mentioned that the balconies and the extra little bit of details that were going to happen downstairs on the bottom floor were going to happen next episode, and we'll finish that off. So then I can do the second floor walls next the episode after, and do the parquetry floor this episode. So the slight thing that's changed is that the parquetry floor is done and the downstairs. The reason why I did the downstairs part as well is because it's kind of crucial to the exact location to where I put the parquetry floor. So like I could have done it without it, but I preferred to have it there just as like a kind of like a fail safe to make sure that, you know, if I mess it up, that I don't have to break it all up and like chop it all back up. So I'll go up here and I will show you what downstairs looks like now. So this is the good old downstairs. This is the detail that happens in the corners. You have a little bit of kind of like an archway sort of entrance, some floating glowstone for a bit of detail and a bit of lighting, and it's all color coordinated. Then in the corners we have this little neat pattern sort of thing. Again, it's more, a lot of the colors are shown down here to indicate like corners, like the colored corners and that. It's not as much as upstairs, which I might change actually, because I kind of like a bit of the clayed colors used a bit more actually, because it wasn't used too much. But yes, so this is what the corners look like, and this is what I did. Today is Saturday, so I think I recorded that other one on Wednesday, was it? Yeah, I called that one on the day after I finished my exam. Like on the day I finished my exam, I think. Wait, I don't know. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm still bad with days. I don't keep track of days too much when I'm recording things, because it's a bit annoying too sometimes. But yeah. So I've done all the corners, done all the colors, and downstairs is officially finished to about 99%. The last little bit of percent that needs to be done is, of course, where we have all the grass, we need to put some shrubbery. I'm thinking of maybe doing some custom trees along here. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think of doing custom trees, because when I built it in creative, I didn't put anything in these things, so like it's kind of just winging it, sort of say. Like I'll probably just wing like the shrubberies and like all the flowers and stuff, like, because it is relatively simple to do. It's not too overly complicated. The trees, the only thing that I'm thinking, like we could put some nice kind of like tall thin trees in the back here. I still hear a lot of ghasts, but they're not in the hub, which is good. But every time I hear ghasts, I'm always worried that I've messed up my slabbing and one has spawned. Before I show the parquetry floor though, what I will do, I'll get some blocks so we can get a better view of it. Because the best thing about this parquetry floor, which we won't be able to do too much later on in the build when it we'll see a good view of it when it closes in, when I close the roof in and that. But unfortunately, you don't see much of the parquetry floor's like greatness, I guess, when you're down on the bottom of it. Let's get some cobble. There we go. And so yeah, you don't get to see what the pattern really looks like sometimes. You get a good view of the bottom floor because you're elevated, but the top floor you don't get to see. And this is where I can finally show off what I've always been talking about, like how the how it all matches together. It's all linked in and out, and like you'll see when we get up there. So I'll go over here, and we'll pillar up in the center over here to get a good view of it. So let's go up here, and as I pillar up, you'll start to see a good view of the pattern. So as you can see, the pattern, it all is linked together. Like when we look at the center and we look at the bottom floor there, we're not going to get a great view of it from up here, like fully all in, because like we're at the max height now. But then when I move over here, you can see this is how the rest of the hub looks. So as you can see, this is what I was talking about, like how the pattern works. So if you look at this pattern here, how this is it's kind of like a heart, or like it's kind of going small outwards, like in an oval way. If you look at that curve out here, this bit here, all this is matched. Like all the pattern is extended out. So see, this bit here runs into here, which runs there. Everything is in line perfectly. There's a few areas that the pattern doesn't, and that is only later on when you get into this area here, because I kind of improvised with this. Because when I did follow the pattern, it looked really weird and it didn't actually suit it. It was more of actual like 2 blocks really, because it's such a thin area in this area. So this one is a tiny bit improvised in here, but I made it match in certain areas, like in the quartz and that. But really, like the bottom floor, the staircase, and the top floor here, this is all symmetrical. So like the diagonal lines all match up and everything. So this is why I'm really proud of the parquetry floor, and this is why I talked about it so like hugely at the beginning, is because it was a real big focal point. Even though you don't get to see it too well, it's there, and that's why I kind of wanted to get up here and show you guys the parquetry floor. I kind of want to take a screenshot for this, but I've taken a few screenshots of like an aerial view recently for my thumbnail, so I think I'll do a screenshot of that later. But yeah, so we've accomplished a lot actually. Like I've done a huge amount of work in here. These didn't take too long actually. They were just a bit finicky, I guess. Like these bits were easy. It was just these ones, and it gets complicated. Some this kind of pattern that's used here, and kind of how the lamp, like how we have the glowstone and the cobble wall and all that. That's kind of used again later on up top, but it's a bit more. These are very simplified versions of that. So as you can see, I've got this quartz trim all the way around, and that is all the quartz. There is no more quartz needed in this hub. There is actually, there is one section of quartz, and that is at the top of the portal area. When this area starts closing off, and there's a little platform, because what happens is this portal area connects to the roof up here. So it's hard to explain how. It's kind of, I don't want to go into too much detail, so I kind of want to leave that as a surprise. But it allows a small area in the center. And I didn't know what to put there for a while, and that will be the last thing we build there, because I'm gonna have to use something similar to this, a ladder system, and I'll have to have a lot of scaffolding branches going out in each direction when it comes to building the roof and closing a lot of it in, because that will become a very big pain in the butt to build. The way how the roof closes in is interesting, but also a pain in the ass. Like creative, no problem. But when I look at it more and more survival-wise, it's going to be horrendous to build. Just like the angles, since the sheer size of it as well, the amount of scaffolding, like I'm going to have just like building out to areas. I'd have to make probably secondary circles and platforms, like almost like a ring formation multiple times, and break them and move them up or move them down. So it's going to get difficult, the roof. So hopefully that doesn't become too much of an issue, but that will be the most time-consuming part. Now, as you can see, as I was talking about the quartz edge, we've got a lot of free space in the corners, and once again, these corners will have to be filled again, and I'm actually slowly realizing I think Matthew's staircase there is safe, so I'm not going to touch it until needed, if in case I do, but I don't think so I will actually have to touch it, which is good. Unfortunately, I did have to move Keegan's. Keegan's was kind of like in the middle, like it was like here-ish or something. But as you can see at the edges, it's very close to the wall, and that's because when you look at these doorways, it has a 3-block gap. So it has the like has stone brick, then 2 glowstone in the center, and stone brick again. That gives enough room on that edge. So that edge of the wall will be what you see at the end of those portals, practically on the edges there, because it literally goes 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 each side. 6 times by 4 is 24. So there's 24 tunnels up on here. And so next episode, what I want to work on is, as we see all the portals down here, like how we have like the portal entrance and the cobble around it. So I'll get down here and kind of get a closer look at it so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to get all them done and all the wall around it linked. So that's going to be a lot of work. And when I say a lot, it really is. So, because when I get down here, I'll be able to explain it a bit better by showing why it will be a lot more work than it seems. So, down here, we have these entranceways, which are exactly the same up top. We don't have this stuff on the side of it, but you have this, and it does have like a like this, then actual stone bricks here. And instead of having stone bricks, then like the player head, and then a block above it, which connects to the roof, it actually has another like trim like this, so it goes 1 block around. So it's actually 1 block taller on the next level. So I want to go up to that area, so practically where those stairs are, so that height upwards all the way around. But remember these corners, as I said, that there's more of them. Well, those corners come back every single time. So when we have a portal here and a portal here, there's a unique center one in between them that's straight, it doesn't have any real angles until you get a bit closer to the top. But then every one of these is one of those corners. So you have 1, 2, 3. So you have 6 corners per side. So once again, you have 24 of them to build. So it's a lot. It's a lot to build. And 4 of them use diamonds. Then there's 4 lapis, gold, redstone, and emerald. So depending on what coloured side you are, because they all have their coloured block. So, and then not only do I have to do the corners, but then I also have to build the portal up and the portal entranceway, get the glowstone, which I'm actually incredibly low on. That's one of the materials I'm very low on. That and clay. Clay is I'm a bit low on, although there's not a huge amount of it used in the hub anymore, so I only probably need about 6 stacks of it, maybe 10, and I'm sorted. So I don't even think it's that much. It's just because of the recipe, like color recipes and that. But yeah, so that's what I want to accomplish next episode, which is a really big feature, because after that, after we get to that point there, it has a tiny bit of extra height where you have a nice little bunches of details above where the corners are that we have in these corners here, and in the center has a nice way of capping it off. And then you get into the interesting part of how the roof closes in, because you have to now think, how do I close in a roof that isn't, or it's symmetrical, but how do I close in a roof that's not a normal shape? Okay, so you've got areas that strut out this way, then this way, and then this way, and then you have to kind of bring it all in together. And that's where the design becomes very interesting, and it relies not only on actually these sections, it's very reliant on these sections here, the ones that are lined up faced with the portal, but also very reliant on the portal design and how that goes up, and they actually set the tone of how the hub roof closes off. So that's the interesting part, and that's what we're going to start working towards. And it depends on how much time, like let's be honest here, I have a shitload of time in my hands. I have no longer got uni, I've literally just got work and just nothing. I'm literally just working and doing nothing. So I've got a lot of free time in my hand. The only thing is just resource gathering, that is obviously the most time-consuming part of this whole project. Again, I just want to say, I think I've said almost every episode a thank you. I just want to say thank you to anyone that has donated blocks. Recently, Keegan donated some grass and some glowstone. He was on before because he asked me like, how's the hub going, and did I need anything? And I literally just said they're the 2 blocks that I think I'm the lowest on. So once again, thank you for helping out with the hub. Anyone that donates blocks I'm very grateful for, because it just saves me more time. The one thing I'm happy about though is I don't need any more quartz. Quartz is done, besides the little bit in the center, but I actually have the blocks for that, so I actually don't have to do any more quartz gathering ever again for this hub. And really, the wood, all the wood colors. The only wood that's really used, let me think, dark oak, because we use dark oak logs. And I think there's some wood colours later on in the build. I can't remember. It might not be true. It might only actually be dark oak. But just to... I have the materials anyway. So really, it's really a lot of stone bricks and like stone slabs and like cobblestone and glowstone and all that sort of stuff, and a bit of clay, really. So yeah. I feel like, I don't know how long my first bit is, so I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but I feel like it's probably roughly around the 20-minute mark, which I like the episodes being at. So, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed and are happy with the amount of progress that we've done. I certainly am. I'm happy that these corner bits are done. I was worried that they were going to take me longer than they did, but obviously it didn't take me that long at all. So, yeah, so next time we're going to try and get a huge amount of the walls and all of the all the tunnels marked out, which is going to be a huge thing. If we get to the point where we start marking out the tunnels, then that is a big feature. I'm not sure if I want people moving in, though, until I was going to say pub, but it's a hub. I don't want people I'm not sure if I want people moving in to the hub until the hub is completely finished. Obviously, like the wings, I've explained the wings situation and all that, but just the main chamber, I'm not sure how I feel about that, if I want people in the hub, but that's something I can decide later on. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. So as usual, hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have an awesome day, and hope you all enjoy your spring breaks or summer holidays or anything that's coming up in a wonderful Christmas holidays, because I certainly am enjoying mine. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Catch you later, guys.